right. Okay. So for the first time in I don't know how long, right? I have actually been able to break a barrier, right? For I think doing intensity for like an hour and 10 minutes. Okay. This is what it is. I usually do it for only 25 minutes. 25 minutes. Sometimes 30 minutes and I'm done, right? I'm tapped out. Oh my gosh, this is so difficult, right? And I knew like I'm always supposed to do like an hour at the end of the week, but I don't do it. So I always skip it because it's like one of those difficult things, like you've got something to do and it's hard, so you give yourself excuses why you shouldn't do it. So I skip it all the time. But this time, guess what happened? Dum dum dum. I did 1 hour 10 minutes of high intensity, and I didn't think I could do it, but I did it. Right? It was an hour and 10, and how I was able to do it was just psych myself up. I'm like, okay, get it done, right? And I just went like crazy and I got it done. Hour and 10. I thought I would go 45 minutes, but I did an hour and 10 high intensity, which is awesome, right? Now, this brings me to a point. It's just a bit much like most of my coaching clients. And my name is Sandy Achuga. If you don't know me, I'm a sales coach. So I work with small business owners, entrepreneurs, people in sales who are wanting to increase more sales numbers, achieve more sales. And I've been selling, I've been in the sales industry for about 15 to 20 years. I don't remember exactly when, about 18 years now. And I've worked with quite a lot of people, right? And this is the first thing I can just think about, right? Most people, we all go through a barrier in our lives. Like we're working, we're doing our thing, and then maybe you're running a business, maybe you're an entrepreneur, maybe you're a network marketer, you're doing your thing, right? We all get to this, what some people call a plateau, okay? We get to a ceiling, we get to a point where things are like sealed. It's like you can't go beyond that. You know there's something beyond this level, but you just can't go past that level. You're stopped at the barrier. It's like a barrier that's stopping you. Sometimes it's like an invisible force, right? That force is like resisting you from moving forward, right? And I used to go through this a lot, and I used to think that maybe I've been jinxed, or maybe something negative is happening to me, or there's someone who doesn't want me to progress, and they are doing something, so they're deliberately doing something spiritual, so I'm not able to progress. Or I probably blame someone in maybe the business I'm in, or in the company. I'll blame the system, but I never took the time to figure out exactly how do I go past, right? Now, after coaching so many people, after a while, I notice a lot of people go through this barrier. It's kind of like really normal. People go through this barrier, and if you think about it, it's just a depiction of life, right? Life is a series of challenges that, at every point in time you're faced with a challenge, and how well you do at overcoming this challenge determines how higher you go the next level. It's also like playing a game. Like if you're playing a game, the gamers know, like once you start the game, like the game is very simple, straightforward. You understand, you learn how to pick up your weapons, learn how to shoot or shoot an arrow, or whatever it is. You learn how to use your weapons, you get used to the environment, which way is left, right, forward. And then once you get that, you get your first challenge, right? Once you overcome that challenge, you go to the next level, level 2. And then at level 2, you're more skilled, but the challenge is harder. You've got to be more skillful to win. And sometimes you fail, but you do it again and again, and then you get used to that level. You get used to the environment, get used to your weapons, get used to the enemies and everything and the roadblocks, and you win that level. Then you go to the next level, level 3, and the same thing happens again, right? So it's like the more you win, the more challenges you win in the game, the higher you go in the game. It's just like life. The more challenges you win in life, the higher you progress. So here's the deal. When I am coaching people, this is what I find. A lot of people get to this point, and at the moment I'm working with like 6 guys, and I'll use them for an example, right? We've been working together for a few months now, and that's before COVID-19, right? Just before COVID-19 lockdown in the UK, and we've been working together, and the idea is we want to help you get X number of sales in your business, okay? Now, the first guy I took on was brilliant. This guy is like, he knows his stuff. He's been in sales before. He's eloquent. He knows how to speak. He's well dressed. He's also one. He has a presence. Once you're with him, it's like you feel like this guy is the expert. Okay, he was everything that I thought would succeed. But guess what? when tough times hit, when the ceiling came, people couldn't go out, they couldn't do a lot of things. What did he do? He quit. He quit his business, he quit his goals, he quit his dream. And it's sad, right? But I'm thinking this person is so, should I say, is so, I don't know what the word to use, right? It's so experienced, or it looks like they are the ones that are going to win. But eventually, he quits. He quits on his dream. He quits on his goals. He's like, he goes out and he taps us like, you know what, Andy, I'm so sorry, but I just can't do this anymore. And then he stops, right? Then there's another guy. And this guy, he just froze, right? When the tough time came, he just froze. He's like, oh, whoa, my gosh. He got so overwhelmed. He didn't know what to do. He froze. He hasn't quit. He hasn't said he's going to quit, but he's just there. It's like, I don't know. He's hiding behind the events of what's happening, and he's just waiting. He's probably waiting for the right time, or maybe he's trying to gauge and target, but I don't know what he's doing, right? He's frozen completely. So he's not doing any sales. He's not building his business. He's simply just tapped out, and he's somewhere else just figuring out. He still shows up, but he's not doing the things that he's meant to do to get him to the next level. But he shows up, right? And I've got the third guy. Now, the second guy hasn't got any experience in sales or in business or anything like that. He's just cool. He's a normal guy. And I've got the third guy, and this guy every week shows up, and every week he delivers, right? Every week he delivers. He's like, this is what I did. This is what I did. This is amazing. This is what I did. Great. Let's go do the next one. Every week. So this guy hasn't got a single experience in sales, in doing any business. In fact, he doesn't even know how to keep his books. He's like completely clean. He doesn't know anything, right? And I keep asking. I asked him like, why have you kept on doing, the same numbers? Because now we're expecting people to do more, but because of the current conditions, he can't do more. He has to do less, right? So the question is, why are you still showing up every week delivering the same numbers? Obviously, if it wasn't for the current situation, you'd be doing more, but what's going on? And he's like, well, you know what? It is what it is. The situation is the situation. Whatever it is whatever it is. You just got to go to work. You can't stop. You just have to keep going. And it just clicked. That is the mentality of people that want to get to the next level, right? They just go. So like, that's the goal. We are going to get to the goal. We have obstacles, but there's nothing we're going to do about these obstacles. We just got to keep going, right? So they just keep going. They have the goal. They know where they're going, and they just keep going. They don't stop, right? So you decide where you want to fit. It doesn't mean that the guy who keeps going is more talented, he's cooler, he's preferred, he's more blessed, he's got more talent. Yeah, it's nothing to do with that. The guy who keeps going just decided to keep going. It's just a simple decision. I'm going to keep going until I get what I want. And the guy who quit may have all the talent and all the gift and everything, and yet he quits at the first obstacle. He just stops. He doesn't go anymore. So you decide where you want to fit, right? Nobody is going to choose that for you. You choose where you want to fit, right? So a lot of people are going into ventures, doing a lot of things today, purely maybe because of panic, because of fear, or because there's a huge opportunity open to a lot of people. Now, guess what's going to happen a few months down the line? A few months down the line, people are going to start hitting that ceiling, right? That business you started, you're hoping you're going to do like X number of sales, and you're excited, and it looks easy. Everyone makes it look so easy, right? Why? It's easy, right? So you start, and then you go, and then at some point, all this is going to freeze. A lot of people are going to start pulling back. But the question is, when you get to that point, you choose which of the three you want to be, right? And if you haven't started correctly with your goals and your plans and your visions, then you are actually going to tap out. You're going to go, yeah, right, I don't need this. I can't take this anymore. And a lot of people, unfortunately, are going to be like that. So you choose. It doesn't mean that somebody is more blessed than you are. It's just because somebody kept going because they knew where they wanted to go. So I thought, I'll just pass by and I'll drop this message by you, right? So choose to be the third person. And if you want to know where you fall in, maybe you're like, I'm just starting, I don't know where I fall in, I don't know where I am. I'm going to give you a clue, right? And then you can make some changes. To know you're the first kind of person who will quit is just history, right? People who do that, they normally quit at things. And this guy, I spoke to him, he's like, he quits at things. He gets to a point in his business, he just quits. It's like, that's it, I'm done. I'm just going to do something else, right? It doesn't mean business A is better than business B, or it doesn't mean journey A is better than journey B. It only means that you quit. It's just simple as that. You couldn't take it and you quit. Now, it's again, you choose. You don't have to quit. Okay, I'm not saying if you're in a bad business and the business is not good, you keep going, or if you're doing something and it's not the right direction, you quit. But I'm just saying, what I'm saying is you need to give yourself a chance of success. Then this is how you know. You know that by seeing your history. If you quit things very easily and you're not able to follow through, then chances are you're the first type of person and you need to make changes. And it's not a bad thing, it's not a good thing, it's just the choice you make, right? And then the second group of people, if you want to know you're the second group of people, they are the people that really procrastinate things, right? They know they're supposed to do something, but they'd rather go, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. They put things on hold, right? They have a problem, they're meant to deal with the problem. And guess what? I used to be in this category, right? I knew this is a problem. I knew I'm supposed to deal with it. And then I put it off. I'm like, yeah, I'll deal with it, right? And it's not because there's something more important to do. It's because I am just dodging the bullet. I'm just avoiding the whole situation. I'm avoiding writing that email. I'm avoiding having that conversation. So then I choose to do something else to deflect me. Now, those group of people also easily gets distracted by so many other things, right? If you find yourself getting really distracted, sometimes you can freeze. Like when you hit that barrier, you will freeze. You will distract yourself with something else and you will not do the things you're supposed to do, right? The first group of people, they are the people that like stick to things, and it's not a good thing. Again, it's not a bad thing, but as per the situation, sometimes they can be really stubborn. Like they know this thing is not going the right way and they still keep at it, right? But at the end of the day, you choose where you want to be, right? And next time I'll probably share with you something I read called the hypnotic rhythm. This is what causes us to do the things that we do over and over again. And sometimes it becomes something like a curse, right? And it's not really a curse, it's just we are in a hypnotic rhythm. We've hypnotized ourselves into this vicious cycle that goes round and round and round and round. And until we break that cycle, we're still going to be doing the same thing over and over again. And the only way we break it is by having a different mindset and doing something completely different. Once you shift out and you have a different mindset, it's like things start changing very, very rapidly, right? So I hope this serves you. I hope this helps you. My name is Andy Achuga. I'm a sales coach. I help small business owners, entrepreneurs, people who are going into business. I help you get more sales in your business. Maybe you're generating leads, but you're thinking you're not able to close them. Maybe your business is structured in such a way you're meant to have conversations to close those sales and you don't really know how to do that. Or maybe you've tried so many things and it's not working. Now, if that's you, question now for you is this: would you be happy if I shared with you my 5-step system that works for every person I work with, right? And guarantee this works. If you are one of that person and you've answered yes, and guess what? It's free. You don't have to pay anything, right? So for a limited time only, I'm actually giving out this whole information. And the reason why I'm doing that is I want you to go test it and make sure it works. And I know it works. And the only way it won't work is if you don't put it to work. So if you're interested, put your details below. You don't have to put your details, actually. Just say interested below the screen or somewhere, wherever you see it. Just reach out to me. And once we release that, you're going to be one of the first people I'm going to reach out to. I don't want you to opt into anything right now. Right now, if you're interested, raise your hands. And I'm going to send you some info once we are ready. And then you can just get that content completely free, no strings attached. And then if it's worth the value to you, you call me back and you say, what you taught me has changed my business, changed my ideas, changed my life. So here's what I want to do for you. Or here's what I want to do with you. Maybe I want to take more sessions with you. Or maybe I bought you a gift. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Just go use it. And once you're done with that, say thank you. Right? Just come back and say thank you. Anyway, God bless you. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Ciao. Right.